Hey everyone, just a quick video on should your financial advisor do your taxes? So in Canada, most of the financial advisor works at the banks. You might have your financial advisor working at one of the big five banks. So when you have those advisors, oftentimes, like 99%, they don't give any tax advice. Yes, they do some sort of tax planning, and those are generic tax planning. For example, if you should invest your money in TFSA, RSP, those are like basic financial tax related question. But if you are looking for like tax efficient withdrawal, or for example, how you can maximize your employment expenses or your business expenses, those financial advisors typically don't do those kind of planning. And it's the reason for that is quite simple. The banks and the big financial institutions are big, so they don't have the resource to monitor everybody's activities. So what they do is they limit their employee activities. So they don't allow their advisors to go out and do tax returns. There is not a restriction from the government that limits that capacity, but when you have a restriction from your employer, the employee cannot do anything. So that's why 99% cases, financial advisors are not allowed to do any tax returns, or they don't even know about too much about tax return, and they will just tell you to just see an accountant to get some tax advice. The place that I work and the way I structured my business, we do tax returns for everybody, especially the simple one, the one that is very simple to understand, not very complicated. For example, if you have a business where you're looking for some sort of a state freeze, those kinds of transaction. Now, I'm not going to do those. I have accounting partners who specialize on those, but for basic tax return, where you have a T4, maybe a rental income, or maybe corporation, you are the only employee of that corporation because you have a incorporated business. Now, those kind of situation, we can take care of those because those are simple tax return. And I think that's pretty much going to cover most of the Canadians, because Canadians needs that kind of tax planning need, for example, estate freeze or those kind of things. I don't think that those people are not that many. So for most Canadians, their financial planner or financial advisor should do their tax returns too. This is my opinion, and the reason for that is I was trained in the investment side, but I never worked in the investment side directly. What I did was I worked in the financial planning side, and whenever I'm doing a financial plan, it's just basic tax planning. If I'm doing tax planning, so it's best to do the tax preparation too, or where my client don't have to go to a third party and explain what I recommended. So we can just implement whatever we discussed in the planning. So that's I see there is a huge value of providing tax planning and tax preparation together, and that's why I'm doing it. And CPA that I work under, he is a chartered accountant. He's a financial planner too, and doing tax return for all of his client is giving investment advice and financial planning. I think it's a good approach, and we all should have that kind of approach, because if I am spending time with you, understanding your situation and helping out with your financial plan, then I should be doing your tax planning. So most advisor probably will charge a separate fee for tax preparation, but that's fine, because the value you are going to get from an integrated planning is far more than what you have paid if you choose an outside accountant to file your tax, but you're choosing the advisor to do the planning. I think you're going to pay, and you're going to end up paying more, at least from my experience, what I have seen. So that is that's what I recommend. If you have a situation where your financial advisor is working together with an accountant or a CPA, and they're implementing the plan, that also going to work, because as long as there is communication, that's all it matters. But 95% cases what I see is they don't talk to each other, and they don't know what the other person is doing, And that's where the problem arises. So I hope that it clears out a little bit of confusion and my thoughts on why your financial advisor should also prepare your tax return. See you in the next video.